Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, so you already know we are in the salon today. So I am so excited because we have a guest with us. But before we get into that,
Mm.
happy Women's Herstory Month. But you already know every month over here is Women's Herstory Month because baby, it's Black Girls Den. Okay. So I have a special guest, Mariel, with me today. I'm so excited. I'm gonna read y'all her bio, then we're gonna get into it. She was born in Maryland but raised in the Algonquin neighborhood of Louisville's West
Mhm.
End. She's a graduate of Graham Brown School and the University of Louisville, a seventh generation Kentuckian by way of Christian County. Her family migrated from Louisville during the Great Migration, migrated to Louisville during the Great Migration to seek refuge for the violence of the deep South, and they settled in these neighborhoods devastated by urban renewal. That deeply informs Mariel's work as a community organizer, writer, and advocate. And she focuses on preserving Black land and promoting socio-political education and building networks of solidarity across Kentucky. And she is creating, or she's already created, but she is doing a Black Women in the Civil Rights Movement Louisville edition. So I thought it'd be great for her to come on to talk about women who paved the way for us, honoring them and sharing their stories. And, why not have her on the podcast? I'm wearing a shirt that paved the stories for women in media. So I have Josephine Baker at the Walter. So, this is all about media and womanhood and people who are paving the way because the history needs to be televised, it needs to be shared. So, with that long introduction, I want to say thank you for coming and say hi to her in the comments, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
And how are you doing today?
I'm amazing as always, every day. How are you today, Leisha Boo?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good, a little tired, like I said. But just really glad to be here to be able to give some honor and preserve history and share what's going on in Louisville and what's going on just in this country, but just having a space to talk about women and what we're doing and the things that sometimes are not always televised, to be able
Hmm.
to share that right here. So I hope if you're watching this, if you're not in Louisville, if you come to Louisville, just know that there is a resource here that you can do a tour. Okay. That's what we're going to get into as well. But also just to be aware of knowing what's going on in the community, in the country, and things like that. So we're going to get into, a little bit of your business.
Oh, no.
um, and this is what I did want to say. This is the Black Girls Den Salon, but if y'all want to get more into it, Mariel is a guest on the Black Girls Den podcast that comes out every Wednesday. Okay, so she's in another series that will be coming. So if you will see her, you will see her again. Okay, this won't be your last time seeing her. I just want to let y'all know that. So she is a fellow. I would say
Black
a fellow.
Girls Didion.
Thank you. Yes, a Black Palestinian. I love that on the spot. Love that. Yes. Okay. So yeah, she is in the den. Okay. Period. We love it. We love the support, and thank you so much.
Hmm.
I want to say, can you tell us a little bit about your background and kind of what inspired you to create this tour?
Oh, wow. So I lead a nonprofit called the West End Women's Collaborative, and we are always trying to preserve the history of the people in place. So we're in the Chickasaw neighborhood.
Mm,
So we wrote a little book about our land story, tracing the inhabitants of the land that we're on at 40th and Hale, from its indigenous occupants all the way up to us. So we researched deeds and found who was living in these homes that we occupy before us. And then we started to celebrate the 8th of August, which is Kentucky's Emancipation Day. And we always did some history behind it, whether it's Black women and artists who were enslaved and also were able to experience emancipation,
mm,
or just the people in our neighborhood. So Berea College approached us about doing a tour of Black Louisville. So we kind of narrowed it down because it's a big topic spanning a lot of time. And we just narrowed it down to the 1960s and Black women who were active in the civil rights movement.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Aren't you doing 8th of August this year too? Is it
Of
out
course,
yet?
every year on the 8th of August, 5 p.m. If it's on a Tuesday, it will be on Tuesday, August 8th.
Okay.
If it's on a Sunday, it'll be on a Sunday, 5 p.m.
Okay.
every year.
I love it. It's on a Saturday. I'm gonna talk
Yes,
to you offline this time because I have some free time, so I might can be a
turn
part.
up for the
Yes. So
8th.
yes. Okay. August is my birthday month too, so you know.
Okay. Yes,
Yes.
it's
Turn
also
up.
Alicia's birthday
Yeah.
party.
Yes. That's funny, but okay. So we love that we hear because Berea is known to be the first college in Kentucky to accept Black students.
Mhm. All the way back in the 1800s, before the Civil War, even they are promoting integrated education, and they get in trouble for that a lot. And especially in the early 1900s, the Kentucky
Mhm.
General Assembly makes a law that prohibits what they're doing, and they make it specifically for Berea College. It's called the Day Law, and it kind of guides education until the 1950s, making sure that Black people and white people can't go to the same schools.
Mhm. Okay, and forget that law. Period.
It's gone.
Yes.
Kind
So who are some of the women mentors that like influence you growing up, or maybe who are some of the women, maybe not mentors, maybe like pioneers that you might have seen, like doing this work, kind of like who inspired you?
You know, my favorite rapper, Fonte Coleman, says charity starts at home. So I'm looking at my mother, who worked at a daycare in Park Hill called California Area Family Community Development Center, something like that.
Okay, long
California
time.
Daycare for short. And she's working with this group of women, and they become the first and only nationally accredited daycare in Kentucky back in the 90s. So
Mhm.
I'm watching women power as a kid form this educational institution for the community. And also my granny. I love my granny. I love my granny so hard and so deep, and she has always been the icon of my life. My granny always had a big house. She had a sports car when I was little.
Oh,
She had furs and diamonds and jewelry, and she was just
she was that
always
girl. She was an
she
it girl.
was, wasn't she? Yes, she absolutely was. And I've always looked up to my grandmother. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Tears.
Okay, I definitely love that. So, when did you kind of know you wanted to, I guess, kind of go on this pathway of giving tours or sharing the history of, I would say, the West End?
Um, I've always loved history, and I would just spit out random facts. And my mother and grandmother, when we would be driving through Louisville, they would always point out a thing like this used to be that, and that used to be that. So I was keeping like a living archive in my mind of what
Mhm.
Louisville used to be. Um, and I always wanted to share this knowledge because there's so much about this city that people have no idea about. Like the Nugent sisters, there are four sisters: Molly, Ida, Alice, and Georgia. And they
Okay.
all graduate from Central High School in the 1800s. And they are promoting suffrage, women's suffrage throughout Louisville and Kentucky and the nation. They helped found the Louisville Women's Improvement Club in the early 1900s, and that club starts the first Black kindergarten in Louisville in like 1903, and that
Okay.
comes out of that Louisville Women's Improvement Club. And one of the sisters, Georgia, she goes on to work nationally in women's suffrage, and all these people are bringing all that knowledge and all that goodwill and all that hope for the future right back home to Louisville. I want people to know and understand how dope Louisville is, how wonderful Kentucky is, and how we really play a major role in what's happening in the nation all throughout history.
That is so great. And I just came up with an idea. I just got an idea just talking to you because that's just not what I do. Our question, because you said that you have all that information in your head, like you
Mhm.
like the archive. Do you have like where is the archive at? Is it still on your head? Is it
Oh
like
yeah.
where do you, I
In my
mean
head, it's on the paper.
yeah, well that's what I say. Like, do you have it in paper? Like, how do you share the stories now?
It's content that we're creating at the West End Women's Collaborative. You can check our social media, my social media. I'm making little videos now about
Mhm.
the history that I'm learning about, so other people can learn about it too.
Yeah, I just thought, and you don't have to take that day. I just thought about something because I was like, I don't know if I see it, but I just thought about a cute little thing. Like, it could
Ooh.
be kind of called like West End Stories or like West End Wednesdays, and you can kind of like
Oh,
post something every Wednesday about
a
the West.
little history about the West End on Wednesdays. You need to stop telling people this stuff, and you need to monetize this,
Well,
okay?
I'm telling you because
Listen, when you are with Alicia, she got 50 ideas for you, and you like, hey, I ain't never thought of nothing like that. Since you need to start a marketing company, and
somebody
you
else told me that. Somebody
pay.
else did tell me that. Somebody else, but I was like, I gotta have the proof of concept. So I need you to do that. But honestly, I was like, I like history. Like I could do that. I could try to figure out maybe something else. Like, but I don't know all the history, so that's why I was asking. Because if you already had the content, then I could kind of create it. But I
You
don't know.
are a muse,
Yeah,
right? You're a muse sent from the Lord.
yeah.
And then you get the idea and you're giving it to the people. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
That's
So I just have the ideas,
She's an angel, y'all. She's an angel.
Well, thanks so much. But yeah, so just try it out. I just thought about that when you said it though. Like, I don't know. I just thought about the women's suffrage. I think it's important. I think it's important for these stories to be shared. But if people don't know them, but you said you were doing videos and stuff like that, so that could be
Yeah, but I can post them on Wednesday, and it's West End Wednesday.
yeah. So and then people can like look forward to it and stuff like that. So it's
It
all about
shall be done.
yeah. Well, yes, I'll be looking forward to them, to be seeing them. But yeah, that's great. I love that. I love that you're doing the videos because I think it's really good and that you want to show the whole like the country and honestly probably the world like what
Mhm.
is going on in Kentucky or
Yes.
what and I think it's also great to start with the 8th of August because as we talked and I talked to other people like Juneteenth is really really big, but depending on how you heard it or whatever, like the 8th of August is really big, depending on where you live, your
Mhm.
up like not your upbringing, but depending on like the
Oh,
areas you
yeah.
lived in, is kind of like what you're going to celebrate. So that's why I thought the 8th of August was really important and stuff like that. Cause like we're here, we want to do that. So I was like, okay, like shine a light on that or shine this, that. And I
Mhm.
actually do have an idea, but I'm gonna tell it offline.
Yes, and then make me pay you for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it was for me to do something with the 8th of August. So that's so
Okay.
yeah, so I'll tell you that offline.
Cool.
but just just being able to put that like knowing that what's important. You talked about like the different transitions of like what the West End had. Like we're talking about that more in the episode, but like transitions of the West End and then the 8th of August and like different things that are happening that people really don't know about, but being able to kind of share that and highlight that, I think that is also really great. And then some of the women like I don't know, some of the women, if you want to share them, or like if you have them on top of your head, some of the women that you will be talking about in the movement for your tour,
Mhm.
it's all women in Kentucky, correct? It's just not like
Um,
like Louisville.
we do Louisville
Yeah.
specifically. It's a bus tour, so it's weaving through the West End. I could do a larger bus tour. I could be on that bus for 5 hours.
Uh-huh.
Trying to make it an hour and a half because nobody wants to sit on the bus that long.
Yeah.
But we are starting with the jewel of the West End Women's Collaborative, Elmer Lucille Allen, who is an icon of this community. She is one of the first Black people to graduate from Nazareth College, what is now Spalding University. She's established a scholarship fund there now. She is the first Black chemist to work at
Mhm.
Brown Forman Corporation. She is an artist, she is an organizer, and will be at her childhood home on Chestnut Street starting the tour. And then we move into one of my favorite Kentuckians, Alberta Odell Jones, who
Mhm.
folks are starting to hear
They
about.
are.
And Alberta Jones is a bad woman, boy. She is tearing up these streets. People are afraid of her. And I think that's what leads to her murder
Mhm.
out here registering voters. She starts the Independent Voters Association in Louisville, which is a nonpartisan group. She doesn't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent. If you are down for Black people, she is in support of you. And she registers 7,000 voters in Louisville alone. Like she's
Mm.
building a political force here. I think she realizes and understands that if the leaders are not going to change the system, it's up to the people to change the leaders. She's a lawyer. She's a graduate of Central High School. She's a graduate of Howard University Law, and she,
Mhm.
again, like the Nugent sisters, brings her knowledge back to Louisville. People are always wanting to leave Louisville, and then you have these giants who are like,
Mhm.
I'm coming home. I love this place. I love Kentucky. I love Louisville. And I am not comparing myself to Alberta Odell Jones. No, I'm not. But I am using my gifts and talents in this community. Alberta Jones is standing up to systems every day. She's standing up to people that we hold near and dear, like Lyman T. Johnson. She writes into the national NAACP, and it's saying Lyman T. Johnson, who has desegregated education in Kentucky, he breaks the day law in Kentucky. And she's like, oh, I think Lyman might be down here doing something that might hurt us. That takes
Mhm.
a lot of guts to have something negative to say, to criticize this giant of our movement here. Alberta's not playing with people, and you'll learn even more about her on the tour.
Yes, I love that. I heard about her like a couple years ago, actually, when I worked
Mhm.
um at a college. I like met her niece or her cousin. I was like, why are y'all not sharing her story? Look at me. I was like, why y'all not sharing her story? I was like, why don't nobody know about her? But then that's when they put up the thing downtown about her.
Park. Oh, the
Oh,
yeah,
oh, yeah. Then they started the park, and I said, but is nobody telling her story? Is nobody sharing it? Like
deep
nobody's
into
talking
that
about her?
story.
You said
She
what?
getting deep into that story. And Alberta Jones is murdered. She's only in like her mid 30s. She's
Yeah, I
just
was like, she did
basic
so much in by
in
30.
such a little time. I spoke to a woman, Latanya Martin, who watched Alberta Jones as she was growing up. As
Mhm.
Latanya was growing up, she lived right across the street from her. And she said, I remember I would just like get up just to watch her get into her car to go to work. She's like, I just admired her so much. And Latanya Martin goes on to become a leader in the movement by 1968. These women are inspiring us every day,
Mhm.
then and now. And I think it's so important for us to tell their stories accurately. Like, I think a lot of people will leave out that bit about Alberta Jones and Lyman T. Johnson because it doesn't make Lyman T. Johnson look good. But this is the true story of what happens, and we have to stick to the truth. If we're not telling the truth, we might as well not say anything.
Period. And then I just watched, and so I'm not really into true crime, but I know who Alberta Jones is now. So I was
Mhm.
listening to the interview about what they were saying. They're doing this and they talking about the friends, but then I heard like what happened and how the case isn't open. But I hear about her because she like worked with Muhammad Ali and stuff like that or
Mhm.
whatever. So you hear about stuff like that. So it's like I only hear a little bit about it, but it's like who knows the true story, who knows the real story. But the fact that she was so young is really so
Oh
sad.
yeah.
But it's like she was still doing so much stuff. And every time I have an idea, I'm gonna write it down. So just remember to ask me after this the
All right.
episode. I know, but to your point, her name is Lucille, right?
Elmer Lucille.
Lucille.
Mhm,
Yeah, I met her too, and I was like, she is literally women history. I met her. I always meet these people. I met her in person. I was trying
mhm.
to do an interview with her on like I think I was trying to do a podcast, but I was like, she's not gonna be able to do no. I don't know if I'm gonna do a technology one. It needs to be in person. But
Well, she can do it.
yeah, no, she can't do it. But
Yes, she can.
I would have to do one in person. And I think I did reach out to people, but I never heard back from them, honestly. It was like a couple years ago. But I was like, she's the first chemist, like she's literally like women's history. And it's just like
Mhm,
we need to know like chemists and doing everything. But like it was like, okay, like you are out here. And I think that being able to see like living legends in
mhm.
Louisville is like really very very popular, or not very very popular, like very very needed. um and so I was like, oh my gosh, she'll be great, to like kind of talk to and just kind of see like what she thought about what she did, because we see movies 30 years later like Hidden Figures. It's like, no, she's right here.
Right here. She lives around the
Yeah,
corner.
like yeah, like she's literally right here, and that's when you see, because she's like, isn't she like 90 or something like that?
She's 90. She'll be 95 this year.
95. Oh
Mhm.
yes, 95. Like
She
my
sure will
girl
be.
is killing it. Okay,
And
so
still out here doing the thing. She stays
mhm,
active, she stays busy, she is involved, she has
mhm.
opinions, and she is not afraid to tell you what those are.
Period. Okay. And as
Mhm.
they say, she has the right. She's 90, she 94, child. They like she got the right to say what she want to say. Okay. That is so funny. But I'm glad. So we see I feel like I see Elmer Lucille. That's it.
Mhm.
Alberta Jones. Anybody else you would like to share? Or you got some tricks up your sleeve?
I'll tell you anything that you want to know. Um, Another one of my favorites, May Street Kid, who
Okay.
is from Millersburg, Kentucky, in Bourbon County in horse country. That's just one county
Mm.
over from Fayette, where Lexington is.
Mhm. Mhm.
May Street Kid lived on West Chestnut Street, also not far from Elmer Lucille Allen. She is the person responsible for ratifying the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments in Kentucky. Those are Civil War era amendments that end
Yes.
slavery, give black men the right to vote, and give black people citizenship. Kentucky
Mhm.
never passed those laws.
That's true. I heard about that. Mhm.
And May Street Kid in the 1970s is like, wait a minute, y'all. I think we might want to get this off the book. Now, could you just imagine with what we are undergoing in this country right now if Kentucky still had those laws on the books? I don't know what could happen, but it might not be the best for people who look like me and you. Um,
Mhm.
so I just recently went to Millersburg, where May Street Kid is from, and got to walk these streets that she did when she was a child. And in her book, she talks about these women who make her who she is, her mother, her teacher, this little old lady, Miss Nellie, who she goes and sits on her porch. And in the early 1900s, the flu epidemic is going around, and she goes and she takes care of this lady. She talks about all these women who she loves so much, who make her who she is. And I just went to honor those people in that place. Millersburg is a very, very tiny town. It's very cute and quaint. Um, it's right outside of Paris, Kentucky, where
Mhm.
the Paris Three desegregate Paris, the city of Paris. It's three girls. Two of them are 14, one is 16, and they decide in 1961 they had enough, and they're gonna go sit at that counter at that bus station and see what happens. They get
Mhm.
arrested, they are jailed for 36 hours, and when they get out, the black people of Paris rally around them, and they start a boycott in the downtown businesses and desegregate Paris, Kentucky. Three little girls. I know at 14 years old, I wouldn't have had the gumption. I know I'm 44, and I doubt I could do that today. Um,
Oh, I'm
but
about it.
three women are still with us. Um,
Mhm.
There's a documentary about them. One of their
Oh,
grandchildren has made this a documentary about them. You should check them
is it
out.
on YouTube?
I don't think so. I think you have to like get a screening. So we are going to collaborate on that,
Yeah,
child.
let's try to get a
And we got
screening.
screening
I would
here.
love to do that.
Mhm.
Yes. So
There's
they're in
so
Paris,
many
Kentucky.
stories.
They're in
Paris,
Paris, Kentucky
Kentucky.
right now.
There, two of them live in Paris. One lives in another place. Mhm.
Okay, 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 okay. Okay. Yes, Miss Bessery said, "Good morning, ladies. I really appreciate Black channels that discuss topics that
Hey,
matters." Yes, thank you for joining. Shout out to you. She does reviews on her channel if y'all want to check her out. But yes,
ooh.
we discussing. I was like, baby, this got me about to change my. I'm about to do politics and education. I'm like, this is my speed right here. I love it
Come
though.
and join me. Come and join me. Yeah, you got the ideas.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
you
know, and
do,
I keep
child.
thinking that. Yeah, I would. I do. I just kind of steered away from politics, but I like education. But I think it's really important. But I
Mhm.
gotta. I gotta figure out how I can get a part of it because I do like tourism. I like traveling, and I do like Black history and stuff like that. But it's just like I have to figure out like where can I fit in where because I don't know if I call myself like a journalist. Like I definitely interview people and stuff like that. But I'm like I don't really know what I call myself and kind of like how I can be a part of like a historian, but I'm like, I'm not really a historian, so I don't know. So that's why I just kind of
I don't consider myself a historian.
what do you consider yourself?
I just somebody who knows some things.
What I would be like, you're a researcher, you do all the research.
I just know some things. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you did research in Russellville, right?
Oh, yes, I'm going to Russellville. I have an apprenticeship with
Yeah.
the wonderfully talented storyteller Michael Morrow that I'll be completing this summer. That's going to take me. I'm going to live in Russellville, Kentucky for a bit. And I'm
Oh
going to try
yeah.
to do it without a car too. Like I'm going to get somebody to drop me off and I'm just going to be
What?
walking the streets.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say, what's the update on your car? Did that the
My car did not get fixed. My truck is fixed, but I
okay.
ain't driving that truck too far.
Hold on, how long are you gonna be in Russellville? Are you trying to like pretend like you
3
was back
weeks.
3 weeks?
Mhm.
Are you trying to pretend like you're like, are you documenting it or something? Or like,
Yeah, so I'm gonna get some tips from you and some ideas. And yes, I'm trying to like take it back to the old school. Like, my people, they didn't have no car. So I'm gonna just be walking like 16 miles to school in the snow uphill.
hold on, what are you trying to do that for? Or what's the goal after it?
Well, first, I don't have a car to take. That's number one. And I can't take that truck. That truck might not make it. And I was just like, well, wouldn't it be cute in a nice little small town just to be walking? You know, just
Just to be
walking,
walking.
walking to the Piggly Wiggly, and it'd be cute.
Okay. Let me know how that goes. That's on the ground journalism, okay? Baby, that's on the
Yes,
ground
that's real.
journalism.
It's real. I
Baby,
hope where I'm staying ain't far from where I'm working because it's gonna be a grip and I'm gonna be walking.
I'm so weak. That is so funny. But let me know because I might try to come down one week. And I've been there one time and I was like,
Yeah.
this was the right child. I really need to do a writing tree. Like I need to sit down and write. And it just has not been I haven't been able to do that. But I like to kind of research. And then something else that you did, you were telling me, I don't know if it came out yet. I think I need to, but you were saying that you did something with the Kentucky people that went, it was like a 2-year program or something like that, wasn't it?
Oh, you're talking about the Kentucky Rural Urban Exchange.
Yes. Is that starting this year again?
Oh, I've completed I am alumni in
Yeah, no,
Russ.
I know you're alumni, but it's like I don't know if it's
I think
open yet.
applications should open sometime this month. Yeah, I
Oh,
think a
really?
lot of folks should apply for the Kentucky Rural Urban Exchange. It's really informed my work.
Mhm.
My family is from Christian County, which is like down here. This is like Louisville, Christian County is down here. And I didn't really identify as a Kentuckian before I did the Rural Urban Exchange. Um, and getting to see so many places in this state and how beautiful it is and how interconnected the people are. We got the same problems from the hood to the holler. And just it's so beautiful. Kentucky.
Mhm.
Kentucky is so beautiful. You've got mountains in the east, you got mountains in the west. Who knew that? Coal mines in the east, coal mine in the west too.
Mhm.
It's just so much to see in Kentucky, and it really helped me connect to what my people call down home in Christian County. And I just started to dig into my family, and that's really how this thing exploded, and me wanting to learn more about where I was from,
Mhm.
like, genetically, because I'm from Louisville now,
Here you go. Go ahead.
from Louisville. But just learning more about the people who made me, like I said about May Street Kid, who talks about these women in her life. Um, I have learned more about my people just being in the same space with them, feeling that like spiritually,
Mhm.
um, that I've been able to make a connection with this state that I never would have imagined was possible.
I love that. Yeah, I remember you talking about that you did that before. Um, and so kind of switching gears. So from there you learned about the whole Kentucky. So you were able to branch out to learn about everything that was going on. I'm cracking up about the mountains. Within this, like what are you hoping people will learn? Like what are you hoping, I guess, like your legacy with doing all this research and talking about it and sharing these stories? Like what do you hope your legacy is for people who may be talking about you in 100 years?
Well, I hope if they're talking about me, they're talking about these other people, the Latanya Martins of the world. Uh,
Mhm.
Latanya was in Bulk, the Black Unity League of Kentucky, which was a group of young people trying to stop police brutality, trying to get better housing conditions. I hope they're talking about her. I hope they're talking about May Street Kid's mother. We're going to talk about May Street Kid, but let's talk
Mhm.
about Miss Annabelle Taylor. I hope that they are talking about these women in their own lives too, who don't get credit, like my granny, Mary Flagg, who in 1969 bought her own house and car when it's illegal for women to have bank accounts in some states in the union. That's you would think is a very small thing, but she helped push all of us women forward
Mhm.
by doing a thing. She refused to use her father as a co-signer. She said, "This my house. This my car. It don't have nothing to do with him.
Period.
He ain't paying a bill in this place. So
Mhm.
I'm not using him. I'm gonna do this on my own." That pushes women forward. So I wouldn't know why anybody would be talking about me. I hope
Well,
that
you're telling their stories.
I hope they're talking about my granny and Miss Latanya and Carolyn Fisher and Nancy Pinnock and Clara Fortson. These are names you don't know, but they did
Mhm.
something for you. I'm so grateful. I'm heading to see Miss Clara. She's my friend, actually. And she's 75 years old, and that is my dog. Miss Clara is still down for movement causes today. She's still doing her thing out here in these streets, and I hope that's the story. If a story is being told about me, I hope it's that these stories of these women who deserve so much credit.
Yes, I definitely love that. And I appreciate that. We were talking about Alberta Jones, and I was looking up what you were talking about. And I think they're having like an something at the park. I forgot what it's called, the
Mhm.
Alberta Jones Park.
Alberta Jones Day on May 30th, I think.
I think it's May 12th.
May 12th. Huh.
Yeah. I
Just
don't
sent
know.
me an email, and they Alberta Jones Day.
What's
And
something about a walk at the park? That's all I know.
let me see.
So I was trying to share it, but I can't find a picture. But now they looked at. Oh, and make sure y'all follow the Women Collective. Tell them this story.
West End Women's Collaborative.
Collaborative. Yes. Some it says I don't know. It says a little. It says a walk in the park, April 12th.
Oh, is that Rux?
Yes.
Yes, Rux is doing a walk in the park at
Yes.
Alberta Jones Park. Alberta Jones Day is May 30th from 2
Okay.
to 5.
May
Um,
30th.
mhm. We are doing Founders Day at the West End Women's Collaborative on May the 30th from 11 to 1. So come
Oh,
check
am I
us.
gonna go to both of those things?
Yes, you can get some free art supplies, a little wellness kit, maybe a plant. I'm growing these plants over here. Let's hope that they make it to
So
May the
Founders
30th.
Day is at West End Collective, 11
Mhm.
to 1.
11 to 1.
And then now I feel like I'm yelling. Alberta Jones.
You're so excited.
I
Um,
know. I love it. So that's probably why I'm yelling. And then Alberta Jones Day is, do you know where that's gonna be at or
at
no?
the park, at
The
Alberta Jones Park.
Oh.
Mhm.
Well, now I was gonna say, well, they already have an Alberta Jones Day. That was one of my ideas, but oh well, they already have one, but you can have another one. But okay, that was Alberta Jones Day. It's
Yeah.
2 to
I mean,
5.
it's not on her birthday, so that's open.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Alberta Jones Day is 2 to 5.
2 to 5 at Alberta Jones Park. And then my friends, Amanda, Jody, and Contea are doing that walk in the park on the 12th.
I'm gonna try to go to that.
It's
Which
going to be cute. And those are really good people that folks should know in this community. Mhm.
one?
Some of the most
I'm trying to find a flyer, but somebody shared it, but I'm like, I don't see it on there. I don't see it on their page. I can't get it. So I'm trying to find it. I was trying to find it real quick while you were
is it
talking.
KY Rux? Is that the
Yes,
Instagram?
it's Rux, Kentucky, but I was trying to find
Oh,
it and I just seen the picture because they shared it, but I'm like, I don't see I don't see it on the page. That's kind of where I was stuck at. And this girl who shared it again, she actually follows the something women art or something like that. But
WWC
um,
for art.
yes.
Yes, that is our page.
Yes. I was saying it real quick, but yeah. So she follows y'all page. I was like, oh, that's why I said go follow y'all, but I couldn't remember the words altogether. But yeah, I can't find it on Rux page. But Rux is looking for a regional coordinator, so I may apply.
Oh, yeah, you should.
I think that's the one that you were talking about. Regional coordinator. Is that what you were?
No, I was just a member of the cohort. They
Oh,
can take 50 Kentuckians from all across the state. It's people from places that I never heard of. And you just amongst each other for 3 weekends throughout the summer. And you're learning so much about Kentucky and different people and finding ways to connect. You would be really good in Rux because you're going to give people 50 million ideas.
well, no, I don't think I can do this. Well, no, you should apply for the Rux coordinator, regional coordinator. I can't apply for it.
Oh, no, I have a job.
I know. I know. It's you got to coordinate events, but you have to be a member or you have to be in the cohort alumni.
Oh,
Yes,
so
I can't
you
do it. So
should like get into the cohort.
yeah, I
And
want to get
then
into cohort.
when
That's what.
they're looking for the next coordinator, then
Yes,
there
but I
you
don't
have
see
it.
anything about them looking for the cohort. So
That's
that.
probably coming up later in the month.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm,
yeah, I don't know nothing about them, but I will follow them because I don't know too much about them. But they got writer collectives and stuff like that.
mhm.
So we'll see. I actually kind of gave up on events, but with a slight pause because we are doing an event together. We're collaborating on an event, but I kind of gave up on me personally doing events because it's just a
Me
lot of
too. I
work.
like to stay home.
Yeah. Well, I do like to go out and do things, but it's just so hard to get people to find people to do things. But
Mhm.
if you are in Louisville or you just happen to be in Louisville, I think it's August 30th, right? We
That
are
sounds
doing an
right.
open studio from 3 to 6 at
Mhm.
the I'll just say it, West End Women's Collaborative
Yes.
house. So we'll be creating a project
Mhm.
and we'll be doing like, well, we'll have a complimentary gift, but I'm not gonna tell you because y'all gotta come. But it'll be August 30th, and it's a collab with West End Women's Collaborative and Black Girls Den, and it's on a fifth Sunday because that was kind of
Yeah.
a goal. So yeah, if you're in the area, you can do that as well. You can come and check us out. Always definitely support though the West End Women's Collaborative.
Mhm.
Go make some bricks over there. Um,
Become a monthly donor.
Yes, period. Let them know how they can be a month.
And you can go to our website, wewc4art.com. And up in the right corner, there's a little pink button that says donate. It'll take you to PayPal. And if you want to become a monthly donor, you just got to click the little box that says monthly subscription.
I love
Every
that.
little bit helps.
Yes, I would say, do you still do you don't do the writing thing anymore, like the monthly writing thing or something, or the meeting?
No, not anymore. I'm trying to bring that back. But next year, because this year I am like really deep in research and I don't want to overburden myself. I do want to have a life and enjoy it from my home. And
I took it up from my home.
and so I'm not trying to push myself over capacity, push my volunteers over capacity. We just trying to have a nice chill year. We're building a house this year. Um,
Okay.
and I'm chilling. Listen, like a villain in the Ville.
Yeah. Chilling like a villain. Chilling like
I
a villain.
am. I
I
am.
love that so much. Yes, trying to chill, just kind of coasting, you know.
Just
I'm like, I had a lot of ideas and I just brought them all back down. I have a different couple of ideas curated, but I'm just like, I got too much going on a little bit, but I'm just trying to streamline what I'm trying to do.
that's all. Maybe
Yeah.
2027. I have some ideas for some art classes that'll happen every month
Oh.
there, but
Mhm.
things will definitely be much calmer now.
Well, that's what I was trying to. Oh, what'd you say?
They'll be much calmer then.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's what I guess I was asking because I was like, you had donors, but you have like I don't know, like or like members or what they get or be members like, oh, you can do like an art class. So I didn't know
Mhm.
if they did something with if
If
you did something with.
you're a monthly donor, you get lots of nice correspondence from me quarterly. So we send out little gifts for monthly donors. It
Mhm.
can be anything from a sticker to a handwritten note from
Mhm.
me, to an actual gift, to a refrigerator magnet. We have like all
Mm.
kinds of things that we send out to our monthly donors.
Okay, well, become a monthly donor. Okay, don't wait.
Don't wait.
Become one today.
Expeditiously. Listen to me.
Yes, I'm cracking up. Is there anything that we might have forgot or that you wanted to share, highlight?
Oh, I mean, I can come back if
Okay,
you.
yes. You're always welcome. So
Yeah.
this is well, it's already sold out, but it's April 4th is the Civil Rights Movement
Mhm.
Louisville tour. But you can always come, you can contact her, follow her. So if you're coming into the city, you can get a personal tour, you know what I'm saying?
I would do that for a person. Yes, I would.
Yes, yeah, like our personal tour. I like group, yeah,
Mhm.
our group tours. I don't even know which one, but you can book your own tour with her. Is what I was trying to say. And yeah, so I think that's all we have. I do want to say thank you so much for coming on. And if you're listening to this, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you support and keep the women at the forefront. Okay, because like I said, it's Women's History every month over here. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Make sure you tune in. Oh, make sure you tune in to the podcast every week. We are not talking about Nina Simone,
Mm-mm. Not at all.
but we love her.
We do.
So, but she was she a part of the civil rights movement?
She was indeed.
Yeah.
She made the music. Mississippi Goddamn is one of the tunes that she wrote for the civil rights movement. Folks asked her to tone herself down
Yes.
and her music, but
I
she
remember.
didn't. Shout out to the goddess, Miss Nina.
Yeah. So she is a part of women, the civil rights movement. Yeah, I do remember that. But we're talking about specifically Louisville, so we wouldn't be speaking on her. But maybe we could do a tour across the country.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
We
forgot
are
what
fine.
you said. What?
Holla at us.
Yeah, let us know. I'm just kidding, but I forgot where she was at. Was she in New York or something? That's why I feel like all the New
She
York.
grew up in the South, I
You
believe, and then
know?
she got sent to, I think, New York to be
Oh,
trained as a pianist.
yes, yes, pianist. Well, we have something in common. I can play the piano too, but that's why I
Can
can't
you?
feel like her. Yeah, I played the piano growing up. Yeah, I got piano lessons. I have a piano.
Oh,
I have a goal, but I'd be so busy. But I have a piano in my living room actually, and I want to like do like play the piano with me, like just playing some music. I'd like want to get back into like my creative energy. But yeah, I played it when I was younger. But
I played the clarinet.
oh, you did?
Yes.
Ooh, yes, that's so funny. Okay, a band or something over there. But yes, shout out to Nina Simone. We love her. We love all the women. Okay.
Mhm.
But yes, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. And like I said, go check out support. Follow us on Black Girls Den on Instagram, TikTok. And I do these Black Girls Den salons now once a month. And it's probably going to be the last Saturday of the month. I have another one coming in 2 weeks, and we're going to be talking about just the history of our hair and how it's sacred, and basically the transition of going from salon, because this is all about, actually I forgot to ask, but this is all about community and chatting about um salon culture, like digitally. So
Mhm.
before we leave, actually, because I didn't ask at the beginning, share with me maybe your favorite salon memory, or your first salon memory. I forgot to ask. You
Um,
can't remember?
okay, I had a cousin who did
I,
hair in her kitchen, right? So that
period.
was the first time like I ever got my hair done by somebody who wasn't my mother. And my cousin, she had like, a couple of hooded hair dryers, the portable kind, set up on the table, and people were waiting to get their hair done. It was a whole salon and it was from her kitchen.
Okay, a kitchen salon,
Yeah.
period. Okay, kitchen
And
boutique.
and she was good at it. Shout out to my cousin Tammy.
Does she still do hair now?
She was she could fry dye and lay you to the side. I'm telling you. Mhm.
She still does hair to this day?
I don't think she still does hair today. I think it was
Oh,
a little side hustle when she was young, but yeah, she did that from her kitchen.
period. Okay, I know about them kitchen stylists, child. I had a
Mhm.
couple. So yes. Well, yeah, so that's actually what I was supposed to say in the beginning, but it was an interview. So y'all heard it now. But the salon is really about having conversations that we would have like Saturday mornings, Friday, and building that community and having that. So what way to not, honor Women's History Month. And I want to talk about how we kind of transitions the Madam CJ Walkers, the relaxers, the natural. So we'll be doing that on the 28th if you are interested in that type of content, or talking about how our hair is sacred if you like that. So yeah, join us on the 28th of March, and we will be ending out women's history like that. So thank y'all again for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.